Anybody can make a pretty picture, but I'm here to make you think and feel. After 25 years of making my living behind the camera, the number of times that I break the camera out, that I break my tools out were for a job that is not something that's for a client or connected to an invoice. Those times are fewer and farther between, just because I like to keep some balance or some sense of balance in my life. And yeah, I could just do it if I chose to. I could let my work consume me. I have to really work on not letting that happen. And you can ask my wife; she'll tell you that that is something that I struggle with. But every so often I do pick up the camera for a personal project because it meets a very small number of criteria. Number one, it's going to be something that I already know from experience. It's going to be visually interesting. It's going to be that signal that I can use to break through all the noise and leave you with some value that you did not have before that experience. Number one. Number two, it's going to be more than likely it's going to involve something with some of my friends. I've got so many different friends that are involved in so many different things that I just know that's going to be a big part of it too. You take those two things together and you can almost guarantee that you're going to walk away with something that's going to be something valuable to your experience and something that's going to be very cool. For me, that's what this recent project, the celebration of the Dia de los Muertos ceremony here in Sacramento, that's what this was all about for me. It was amazing. So I knew it was going to happen. I didn't obviously there's no kind of transactions or anything like that. I knew that there was a story to be told. So I went there and I went with one of my students. I invited some of my students to come with me on a volunteer basis. They could just come if they wanted to. And one of my students, Pat, came with me, and she got to experience that whole thing as well. That was really special. That was very cool. So I went there and I made video of my friend Stan Padilla. Hey Stan, how are you, man? And so everybody else that was there. Yaya, hey Yaya, how are you? Yaya is the impetus for me being there, because she and I and Stan also did something very similar. We made some street portraits in Oak Park, just out of the blue, impromptu, and it was fantastic. That's when we first met. So Stan and Yaya were there. That was fantastic, and I knew this was going to be good. I knew that it was going to be meaningful. And so when I look at this work, and I ask myself that question: how does this make you feel? I feel like I was there. I feel like I was there again. When I was there on that day, standing on that ground, it felt like there was this connection. It felt like everybody meant it. Everybody felt it. It was a very amazing thing to watch. And so not only is one of my things that I've learned is not only is this day or these days, this part of the year, not only is this about the celebration of the life of the person or of the people that have come before us that are no longer here, but it's about the connection of that and of what we are doing here today, and those things together, that circle. I felt like everything was. I felt like that completed the circle for me, and that's my biggest takeaway from that event. So when I ask myself, how does this make you feel? That's how this makes you feel. And I tell people, anybody can make a pretty picture. I am here to make you think and feel.
Yes,